Hey everyone, before we start this week's recap video, I just want to make a special announcement for a league member. This weekend, our very own Tivo Gutierrez is having his wedding. I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart that I am so happy for you and Kennedy. I am honored to call you my friend, and I am happy for the both of you. Love you, big fella. And now, a very special episode of Welcome back to the Gridiron Throne, where Week 8 was a Halloween tale for the ages. We've seen monsters on the field, close encounters, and a few cursed performances. Tonight, we'll unearth the horrors and triumphs of Week 8, dive into the depths of the graveyard, and crown our Pumpkin King. Let's begin our sinister recap. Let's kick this special episode off with a frightening new segment. See you in the graveyard. Those brave souls fell below the freakishly high 141-point median, and they'll carry double losses as their punishment. Let's look back at how the rest of the matchups played out. Serpent Reginald versus Huge Rots. In a bone-chillingly close battle, the Huge Rots outscored Serpent Reginald, carving out a narrow victory of only 8 points. Reggie fought hard, but this wasn't his week to escape a haunting. But he was lucky enough to barely escape double loss territory, while only by a margin of half a point. What about the really ghastly football team versus the 11 per creepers? Really ghastly football team barely escaped 11 per creepers in a suspenseful showdown. It was a close call, but Ryan avoided a double loss by only a sliver, while Tivo couldn't pull off a late game scare he needed, and finds himself in the graveyard. May he rest in peace. Onto the Perk Ang Ghouls versus IDK What I'm Booing. The Perk Ang Ghouls crushed Noah in a frightful blowout. With Noah's hauntingly low score, Brendan breezed past without breaking a sweat. This loss put Noah below the median line, earning his final resting place in the graveyard. May he rest in peace. Next, Rebrainsing in Progress versus Hayride Arnold. JB went all out, smashing Hayride Arnold by a terrifying 48 points. For Hayride Arnold, the winless season continues, as they've yet to break free from the ghostly grip of defeat and will join the ranks in the graveyard. May he rest in peace. JB, meanwhile, reaps a double win and a lot more confidence going into Week 9. The Farmington Freaks versus the Scaredy Beady Bada Buda Bada. The real horror here was the Farmington Freaks commanding 175 points, the highest score of the week. Dan couldn't keep up, despite a solid 141-point performance. This monstrous victory makes Zachary our Pumpkin King, claiming the top spot with ease and adding a double win to their record. Dan avoids a double loss by the narrowest of margins, only 5/100ths of a point. And last, Hollow Raj versus Twin Slime Plutonians. Jordan haunted Gene in a close but decisive 157-139 victory. The Twin Slime Plutonians score was decent, but with Hollow Raj's strong performance, Gene could not avoid the call of the graveyard, bringing home that dreaded double loss. May he rest in peace. Now bow before the Pumpkin King with an unmatched 175.5 points. Zachary reigns supreme over Week 8. This ghastly score sends a message to the entire league. The Farmington Frogs is a team no one wants to face after this Halloween massacre. As we creep out of the shadows of Week 8, Week 9 promises some nail-biting battles and fierce rivalries. Here's what the Underworld has in store. The 11 per Creepers versus Huge Rots. A clash of the cursed. Can TiVo rebound after their Halloween defeat? Or will huge tots haunt them with another win? Really ghastly football team versus Serpent Reginald. After narrowly escaping the graveyard, Ryan faces Reggie, who's not only looking for redemption, but is the one that forced Ryan to not beat the median last week. Only one will emerge victorious in this battle of wills. Rebrainsing in progress versus IDK what I'm booing. With Noah's struggles in week 8, can they come back to life and shock JB? Or will the ever rebranding team keep up their deadly streak? The Perk Angools versus Hayride Arnold. Hayride Arnold has yet to escape their nightmare season. Will Brendan add to their misery? Or will this finally be Zach's resurrection game? Scaredy Booty Bada Booda Bada versus Twin Slime Plutonians. A classic struggle in the making. Two teams clawing for respect. With both looking to bounce back, this might be an underdog matchup to watch. And now for your match of the week. The Farmington Freaks versus Hollow Raj. The Pumpkin King meets the reigning #1 champ in what is sure to be a fierce matchup. Can Jordan survive, or will Zachary's reign of terror continue? This showdown brings together two powerful teams with high stakes on both sides. Highest scorer of last week takes on a team that's fought hard to hold their standing at the top of the division. Whose luck will run out in this exciting matchup? And that's the end of the special Halloween episode of the Weekly Recap. Until next week, remember, fear the competition, embrace the terror, and may the best team survive. Happy Halloween.